เอาแล้วครับไฟแดงดับลงครับความมันในรุ่นนี้ครับกับอีซูซูแชมเปอร์ครับโอ้โหมาแล้วก็ปังแล้วโอ้โหเรียบร้อยโอ้โหผมบอกแล้วอันนี้ครับเกิดแล้วครับผมบอกแล้วครับเกิดในทันทีครับธงแดงทุกจุดธงแดงครับทุกจุดธงแดงครับผมบอกแล้วครับนี่ครับออกมาทั้งคู่แล้วลูกนี้จังหวะนี้ครับโอ้โหแต่มีโลบาครับมีโลบาครับ
ไม่เป็นไรครับ
นักแข่งปลอดภัยแน่นอนครับมีโลบาครับทุกจุดธงแดงครับเนี่ยครับลงเดินมานะครับและตรงนี้ครับโอ้โหเจ้าออฟครับเจ้าออฟกับเจ้าบิ๊กครับหมายเลข7นี่สุริยันครับ
Below down there in the blue and white car, 3 wide through turn 1. Townsend, he's going to try the outside of turn 2. They're filing through side by side. This is where we see so many problems in contact already for a McLaren.
I think that's Rosenquist. Felix Rosenquist with more damage in the back. The track is total chaos.
Looks like Devlin DiFrancesco airborne. Simon Pagenaud I see in the wall. His teammate Elio Castro Neves sideways. Huge accident down. The track is blocked. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a red flag here.
Further back, I'm not even sure this was related.
It looks like maybe, I want to say it was Santino Ferrucci. No, David Malukas, I think. No, Santino Ferrucci, sorry, and the black car got into the back. Oh my goodness, of one of the shank cars.
I think it was Ferrucci and Castro Neves that came together further back. Castro Neves looks like he got hit from behind and spun.
And you see Devlin DiFrancesco stopped and gets hit by Benjamin Peterson, and that's what launches his car up in the air. I've never seen a hit quite like that. Here's an onboard from Simon Pagenaud.
Crashing, stay left, go right.
Well, but look at this 3 wide, very spectacular to watch as they complete their first lap. And as you say, Paul, this is where you see, and contact there. Off goes the 98 car into the barrier. That is Jonathan Sargent, another relative newcomer to the championship. I'll tell you what, the race officials aren't going to mess about here in this one. That could very well be. It's not a safety car, it's a red flag.
And there he is. Great to see that walk to the stretcher, apparently. Johnny Sargent's car, that'll be finished, written off. So what's happened here? Johnny Sargent coming through in the blue car just gets, he tags Nathan Enders. That is horrific. That is horrendous. I cannot get my breath, the impact of that, and he's walked to the stretcher.
Hold on, a couple of drivers hard into the wall, including Zane Smith. Tony Breininger gets into the 25 of Gracie Trotter. So we didn't even complete a lap here, and a big melee down in the first corner.
So you can see that she's already really tight to the inside of Zane Smith, and Zane's obviously trying to set up for the exit of turn 2. He leaves her enough room, but you see she's not quite close enough to that yellow line, and she must already have been getting loose while she's gotten into the corner. And then once you get close to the door of that 17 car, it takes all the air off, and you're pretty much along for the ride.
The 21 side-slapped the wall, and we are told that now Wood has brought that machine behind the wall.
That flag at the back of the grid, the 5 red lights. Ugo on pole position, and he goes nowhere. Ugo has stalled from pole. What a disaster for the American, and he's been collected big time. One car upside down. We have not got word from race control, but I can promise you the red flag is about to be displayed. We'll take a look at the replay. Ugo from pole position to the bottom right of your screen. The red lights go out and the American goes nowhere. Watch Frasinetti. Oh, wow. Just tried to pull out. He was unsighted as Davide Larini, the Italian, was able to just get out of the way by millimeters. Frasinetti with nowhere to go. Smack into the back of the American. Upside down in a frightening crash here at Imola down into turn 1.
Chandler Smith, we got a spin. We got a spin back here. Multiple cars hard into the wall.
Allgaier involved in it as well. Ryan Sieg in the 39, we saw him sideways.
Yeah, it's disappointing for Stefan. Came here with a new sponsor, looking for a good day. Look at this right here. Look at this slide by the 27 of Jeb Burton. I don't know how he didn't wreck. That was a great save.
You mentioned it. We'll ride along with Allgaier here. You mentioned it, Steve. not hard contact with the 7, but definitely that left side contact right there with Parsons. They'll be concerned about what that might have done to the steering liquids and so forth.
Awesome amount of power from these cars there. Rear engine, flat sixes, fire into life, and we're underway. And there's a staller on the grid.
Matty Graham,
who's already had a lap taken away from him.
No!
He gets collected as well. So that's a huge incident. Ryan Ratcliffe, the car involved. Did anybody else get tangled up in that as well? We're immediately red flag. There are many cars damaged. I think that might be Josh Stanton, quite possibly. And there are 4 very definitely badly damaged Porsches as a result of this, Tim.
Yeah, it's a really nasty accident because of the incline, and Matty Graham was just on the crest of the flat part of the track. He was completely unsighted by the cars coming up further behind. And
Matty Graham's ended up from the right-hand side of the grid, then wedged up against the concrete pit wall and couldn't immediately get out of the car. He got away initially, and then it stalled.
And he tried to get it going again. This is not going to make nice viewing at all. Horrendous looking accident, because the cars from the back, unsighted, are still doing probably 80 miles an hour, 60 to 80 miles an hour.
Remember this turn 3 run now, Calvin, a much longer straightaway.
Oh,
in trouble in turn 3. Just like I said it was going to be.
Down at turn 3, contact between that car and the 60. That's one of the BMW Rileys.
Yeah,
look at Fogarty. He's got shuffled all the way back to 4th. Ricky Taylor, good start.
Oh,
and more contact.
So 6 cars done.
The championship leader. She's done. Right rear is ripped out of that car.
And the GT cars right behind here are about to show up. Fire on the back of the 01. That this is big.
There we see it.
They're side by side. That wasn't turn 3 at all.
No, that was the 6 car, I think, that was running side by side with the 01 through turn 5 there. I think that was Yackerman.
Yeah, that wasn't even in turn 3. You're right about that. Look at it here.
Take a look. Yeah, Yackerman forces to the inside of Mamo, and then John Pugh had nowhere to go after he'd had that moment down in turn 3.
At the back of the grid, and now we are going into the starting lights. Here we go. Let's race for the 3rd time. Oh, and Gabriele Mini has not started. He has got barely away at all. Oh my goodness, a big accident. Big shunt to the back of the field. A couple of cars involved in that one. And that is a lot of debris that has been left on the starting grid. Red flags, red flags. So the race has been stopped instantly. So a red flag there, unfortunately, and I think that was absolutely the right call. So a big accident.
It's going to be 7 laps then to get the Galaxy Entertainment Macau GT Cup race. 1 underway, and there's contact straight away as Imperatori goes between the Mercedes. He comes to the outside line. There's drama in the background. Tyrrell Young is involved. There's mayhem into the first corner. Adeli Fong is involved in all of that as well. There's going to be a stoppage. And so as Eduardo Mortara gets himself through the debris, we've lost Min Heng, we've lost Darrell Young, we've lost, I think, Frankie Cheng's out facing the wrong way, and Adeli Fong in the barrier. Yeah. His teammate, but then in the background, look, Min Heng sort of moves across. Adeli Fong was in the middle, maybe being a bit unfair pointing the finger at Adeli Fong, because I think he was where he was anyway. It was the Porsche moving across that kind of triggered the pin set, didn't it?
And the Lamborghini had moved up, hadn't it?
Yeah. That's a huge hit, though. Look at the way that the barrier moves back.
Yeah.
It's hit. So.
But now we're 2 and 3 wide behind the leaders, and it looks like Jared Thomas has eased his way onto the right-hand side of the track. For a moment, he took the lead. Here comes Noeka as well in the number 13, the black and white car. Oh, there's a spin. Matthew Dirks has gone around. This is going to be another big one. Huge incident. Huge incident.
That's Woody Hyman.
Hyman getting kicked around. All kinds of debris from the sponsors' logos. And there's more cars damaged as well that are still rolling. Dirks was right in the middle of that battle for 5th position with Jonathan Neudorf, the 55 car, on one side of him to his right, and James Hinchcliffe to the left. I don't think any blame attached to any of those drivers there. That's hard racing. 3 into that area. We saw them go 2 wide. Look, the leading 4 are 2 wide and get through that part of the circuit. 3 perhaps pushing their luck a little bit, and the knock-on effect, as soon as I saw that car getting loose, I knew it was going to be a big accident, because there's nowhere to go at that point. It's one of the narrowest parts.
Hurt on the inside. They look from the back. Derek Bell just in front of Neil Bonnet. They go through the sideways and slamming into the wall is Derek Bell's automobile. Bell taking a terrible hit. Still crashing and sliding. Derek Bell's car all torn up, and that is the Bell car coming to a halt, and immediately He climbs out. Neil Bonnet's car also getting thumped. Now watch the white car in the back. That is Derek Belle. He starts to move up. Bonnet starts to come down. They seem to touch. Now watch the Belle car head for the wall.
38 laps, 1 lap down. Remember, caution laps are not counted. So
Bonnet simply sailing.
Bonnet's one of them.
Derek, can you tell us what happened? Well, I thought I was in there with professional drivers, but they're like bloody animals out there. I mean, I was just two guys behind me coming around there, and suddenly somebody hit me up the back. Then another one hit me. I don't know, these two guys in here, I think it's Parcel, whoever else it is, Bonnet. I mean, he's just so stupid. It's unnecessary on the first lap to have an accident. I mean, they need their brains testing.